My story begins about how three young ladies who decide to pursue modeling as a career, Alicia Ellery and Elizabeth McLaughlin, all have something in common. They are all currently hardworking models that each share a special story about the work they have to endure.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth McLaughlin. I am a fashion designer as well as a model. My friend Courtney was into modeling and she got me into it. I did a global glamour event and I was picked out of around 20 to 30 girls. I was picked. There was a top 5 to 7 people were picked, and there's a panel of judges. And that was my first event that I did. That was my first gig. Basically, with modeling, from what I understand, it's a little hard to get paid with certain things. Certain people say, oh, you'll get exposure if you do certain things, and that's how you get paid, is by other people either wanting to purchase a photo with you or just a number of other little things that don't depend on the actual people who booked you, but depend on the audience. So that's one of the difficulties that I saw with modeling. In a way, certain companies or people take advantage of girls in the modeling industry. That's what I saw. Big events, like big expos and shows, some big fashion shows that display exposure for people and display, oh, if you sell this many tickets, you get like a certain percentage payback. It's just, they make money off of your talent. That's what I see in the industry, and that's what I've seen before. And that's why I'm not really interested in modeling anymore. I'm into fashion design, and I, of course, model my own stuff. Ones with the white backdrop that are just like the model with the actual bathing suit displaying the bathing suit, and I also do really artistic photo shoots, and I feel like models can really engage in this photo shoot and really show like their style, like their type of like extreme creativity, as well as showing like, it's like showing artistic feel. Like it's not just about like sexy girl. With this, I incorporate artistic element, so it's just like on a different, higher level. And my models, as well as myself, can use that for a portfolio. Can print out the pictures, use it for a portfolio. It looks really intense, really good pictures, and I kind of compare the pictures to America's Next Top Model, how they have, you know, really cool photo shoots, really artistic. You know, it's not just about like the girl, the bathing suit, and the car in the background. You know, it's not like, it's not really about sexuality. It's about artistic and talent. And that's what I think the modeling world should bring. Well, I think the modeling world, of course, has that, but there's a lot that people take advantage of. It's just unfortunate. And, you know, they use young little girls that, you know, don't know any better. So I hope that people can see through these big companies, you know, good intentions. So that's really what I know about the modeling world. It's just really, don't sign a contract without looking at it, having other people look at it, numerous other people, at least 3 other people. It's just, it's an intense world out there, especially if you have a lot to offer with your brain and your body and other like aspects like beauty and stuff. It's a lot, you know, that people can take advantage of, so you have to really think and really just be careful, just really be careful. So that's my input on the modeling industry, and there it is. My name is Elizabeth McLaughlin.
My name's Alicia Ellery, but no one calls me Alicia, it's Alicia. I'm 20 years old, and I am from East Greenwich, Rhode Island. I grew up in Rhode Island, so it's pretty boring here. I started going to Rick right out of high school, and I now am a hairdresser. Well, I'm going to school for hairdressing. I started modeling when I was in 8th grade. I did Miss Teen Rhode Island. I was going to say Miss Teen America, but it wasn't America. I did Miss Teen Rhode Island, and I had so much fun, so I started modeling after that. And I've done beach photo shoots, motorcycle photo shoots, calendar shoots. I've never done a clothing line before, so I'm excited for this. Currently, because I'm going to school, I haven't been doing a lot of modeling, and the last one I did was probably right when I cut my hair. I used to have really long hair. But I did that in November. So I'm really, really excited for all of this. I think this is going to be a great, great opportunity. It's gotten me a lot of jobs, actually. Like, you would think that modeling, like, it's going to get you like more modeling jobs, but more than anything, I'll model for somebody and be like, oh, like, where do you work? And most of the time I don't have a job. So they're like, oh, I have a friend who does this, and that, and I can hook you up. And I'm like, okay. So I go and try the job. I normally don't like it, but it's fun. I meet a lot of great people and a lot of great models. A couple of my photographers have become like really close friends with me, and we go out a lot. They're really, really nice, and honestly, it kind of boosts your like self-esteem. It's not like you don't worry a lot about like what other people think, because you realize that the photographer, like, he picked you for a certain reason, for a certain look, so you don't have to like worry about what other people are going to think of you because you're doing it for this specific job. So when it comes to like my self-esteem, like it kind of gave me like the aspect to look on into life and be like, I really don't care what other people think. A lot of people judge you.
Yeah.
A lot of people judge you. They think, oh, you're a model, so you have your head so high in the clouds, and you think you're better than everybody else, and you think you're beautiful, and all this stuff. But in all honesty, my head is so not in the clouds. I'm an airhead. I definitely am. But it's not in the clouds, and I do not think I'm better than anybody else. I don't think in any way, oh, I think I'm so beautiful, and I do my hair all the time, and all that stuff. But a lot of people put that title on you. So when you say that you're a model, like, look how I'm sitting right now, like, I have my knees up, like, I'm like, thinking a model's supposed to be all, like, perfect and perfect posture and talking to you like this, but that's not me. And I'm very opposite of that. So, but it's definitely a label, and I hate labels. I've actually had a lot of photographers turn me down for that. Yeah, they're like, you have the perfect look, but, like, but what? And they're like, you're just not model material. I'm like, I'm not model material, okay. Whatever. They don't know the work I've done. They've seen some of the work I've done, but that's what I choose to show them. Mm-hmm. They don't know everything. And it's until a photographer actually asks me that they're going to find out. Yep. They just base everything, and you meet a lot of shallow people, because everybody bases on looks. Like, oh, her boobs are crooked, or her eyes are not right in the center, her nose is too big, or her lips are too small. Like, it's very, very judgmental. So you walk into like an interview or a casting call, mm-hmm. and you're judged. The entire time you're in there, you have like 5 people sometimes in there for any casting call, and they will look at you and just all quiet, and they'll be like, judging every little thing that you do, every movement you make, every word you say, like what clothes you wore, if they're too tight, too loose. Sometimes it's not my thing. As much as I love it, sometimes I just can't handle it. Because I'll speak what I have in my mind. If someone says something to me nasty, I'll be like, you know what? I don't like you so much. I did a fashion show for a Rhode Island modeling agency. I just recently did a fashion show at Tony and Guy, and they dressed me up as Audrey Hepburn. Messed up. Yeah, I get that a lot, that I look like her. That's what everybody says.
Yep.
So they were, when I enrolled in school there, they were like, oh, like if we're either going to do a decades themed fashion show or a jungle themed fashion show. If we do the decades, we should put you in as Audrey Hepburn. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And they did all my hair all up like her, and it was a fun fashion show. It was cute. I'm short, so I'm not in a lot of fashion shows. The fashion shows I do are more like, yes, I'm very short. I think it's you have to be 5'7". I'm really short. I'm wearing little heels right now, so I look maybe like 5'3". But I'm tiny. No, it's never an easy ride. Life is hard. No matter what you do, it's got to be hard. But you have to have a positive attitude, and it will get you anything you want, as long as you have a positive attitude. As for struggles, when I started, I did the Miss Teen Rhode Island, and that was upsetting because it's the first modeling thing I ever did, and you get the gown and the bathing suits and the interview, and it's accepting all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, it's like you walk out once, and then it's like, oh, sorry, you're not in the top 10. So like as like a kid, you're like, oh, well, that was all fun up until this point, so that was disappointing. And my mom was like, oh, keep going, like try again. And I was just like, no, I don't want to. I like modeling, but I don't want to do it, because it was a letdown. But after a little bit, I realized that nobody's good right from the start, so you got to keep going. And I did Rhode Island Modeling Agency for a while, and I did a lot of fashion shows with them, and a lot of like window modeling. Do you know when you go into like the mall, they have
The actual mannequin?
stand really still? Yeah, I've done that. It's not too much fun. You have a lot of little kids get in, it'll be like, and try to make funny faces so you laugh. And you're not supposed to, I always did, but you're not supposed to. But then when you start going to like casting calls and stuff, and you get your first call back, you're kind of on like cloud 9. And you're like, oh, I can do this, I can do anything. And then you go to your second one and they don't call you back, and you're like, oh, okay. But just like everything, you gotta keep trying. My name is Alicia Ellery, and I am going to be a model for you and for this clothing line. And I'm excited to work with AE Society.